My name is Randy Bigley. Join me on the podcast right now from AgCredit. Ashley Lutz and Austin Searfoss, right?
Searfoss.
Searfoss. That's
Yeah,
what.
yeah.
Austin Searfoss. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Great. AgCredit. What is AgCredit? We'll always start off with something like that.
Yeah. So it's a financial institution, member owned. Major products is ag loans, so land purchases, contract farms, farm equipment. Also do a little bit in the rural home lending as well.
Okay. Awesome. All right.
I guess I'll kick it off. Ashley, what is AgStart or YBS?
AgStart for us, it is a special program that AgCredit specializes in for young, beginning, and small farmers. So our young is 35 years of age or younger at the time of the loan closing. Beginning is 10 years or less of agricultural experience, and then small is less than $250,000 in annual gross farm income, and that is off your Schedule F on your tax return. So then we go into a pre-approval process. And Austin, what's the pre-approval process look like for us?
So most of the time for AgStart or YBS, they're a little more tech friendly. So I can send them an electronic balance sheet and have them fill it out before I even talk to them. That's kind of nice. They send that back to me along with their tax returns, and I can kind of crunch numbers, look at their income versus outcome, and then I bring the member in. Then we kind of go line by line over cash flow, balance sheet, so they can see the actual numbers and where I'm coming from and what I'm talking about. And then we kind of go from there. If I have any suggestions of otherwise of what their plan is, we kind of look at that, or if everything's A-okay, we kind of just move along and go ahead from there.
Do you get any background information on the individual, as in what their plan is for the upcoming year?
Yeah, especially if it's a new member. Most of the time our younger guys are kind of more eager to do different things other than just grain. A lot of guys will harvest hay, and have some smaller livestock numbers as well. What about your pre-approval? Is it any different than mine?
Pretty much our pre-approval is the same, I would say. We do have members that like to come in more so than using technology friendly. So we print off the balance sheet and then they just come in and pick it up, or we'll sit down at the table in the office and go line by line of, okay, tell me all your assets, and then let's go over to the other side and start with the liabilities.
Yeah, it's definitely changed just in the time I've been with AgCredit. When I started, it was just paper and pen, and now we're using email, electronic balance sheets, and so it's nice that we kind of adapted to COVID, I guess.
Sure.
I was able to still collect financials that way.
And how long have you been with AgCredit, Austin?
Just a little over 2 years. I'm a 2-year anniversary in March.
That's
What about you, Ashley? How long have you been here?
I will be 2 years in December.
Nice, exciting,
So-
exciting.
Yeah.
I guess, how are you flexible or able to work with your members in different ways?
So I'm flexible, as in, members can call me any time of the day, any time of the night. Cell phone's always on, even on the weekends. If they have questions on purchase or a land auction coming up, we can sit down and chat about it. Doesn't matter. They can come into the office, or I can come out to their farm, or come find them in a field. Just drop me your pin.
Yep.
Right.
So I know which field you're in.
Right. Or take a left where the tree used to be and right where the building used to be, and you'll find me there. Yeah.
Maybe a little directional challenge, but the pin works wonders if you drop it to me.
Right.
So, how are you flexible with your members, Austin?
I'd say a lot of the same way. My younger guys definitely shy away from talking over the phone. They'd rather text or email me.
Okay.
So that kind of makes it easier for them, along with emailing the electronic balance sheet, rather than kind of putting them on the spot and then freezing in my office, not knowing what to put down on there, because that never happens, right?
Absolutely.
And same thing with you. They have my personal number, and then call, text me, even after business hours. Most young guys have a day job, so they can't really come in 8 to 4:30. So I have to stay after hours a couple times, and it accommodates them, and they really appreciate that.
Yep, I would agree with that. As we are getting into the younger generation, starting to take over with the farming, and they're still having the farm income, and so we have to accommodate to that. And we're on call. Our cell phones are always with us, so whether we're on vacation or out doing an event, community service event,
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
our cell phones are with us, and we're always waiting to hear from our members.
yeah, yeah, yeah. My boss always says grind never stops. It's always on.
Very
Right.
true, very true.
Right.
Yeah.
God love it when members show up at, they're driving by and you're out planting flowers and you're in a flower bed and, oh, hey, I have a question on my payment. Can I slow you down?
Right.
Go right ahead.
Yeah.
You're already in my driveway.
Right.
So, yeah.
I guess a little more on the YBS for the younger generation. How can they get more info from us? Is there other ways they can kind of listen to us? I guess we're doing this podcast now. Does AgCredit have any other forms of social media out there?
Yeah, so AgCredit does have a podcast. It's called AgCredit Set It. Comes out the first and third
Third Monday
of each month.
Yep.
And so they can listen to that, or they can go to our website, agcredit.net, or they can contact Austin at, what's the best way to contact you? Austin?
Call the branch cell phone number, or call the branch number. Best way to get that info is agcredit.net. Has a list of all our branches, emails, and then as well as phone numbers on there.
Yep. And then the best way to get a hold of me is use the same website, and it's on there to contact the Bucyrus branch, because Austin and I are both out of 2 different branches.
Yes, I
So-
am in the Upper Sandusky office, so yes. Yeah.
We should have clarified
Yeah,
that.
yeah. They'll call Bucyrus asking for Ashley.
Yeah.
Call Upper asking for, or call Bucyrus asking for Austin.
Yeah.
But if they do, we can transfer you
Yep,
over. So,
yeah.
so that's where you can find more
Mhm.
information is on our website, and then listen to the podcast. And then during the winters, we do webinars,
Okay.
and those are once a month. And they can be found, our recordings from last year and the previous years can all be found on our website under the toolbox at agcredit.net. So look forward to the new ones coming out this winter.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in today.
No
Yeah,
problem.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.